Hi, I'm Haley Shaw.
And I am Nancy Wynn. Thank you for joining us for the 4th edition of the Signal UCast. In our top story, UHCL police was able to capture 31-year-old Joseph Jones as the alleged for the last week's strong armed robbery. Jones was identified by the victim. Charges were filed and Jones was taken to Harris County Jail, where he currently remains. For further information, you can read Janice Simpson's full story in the Signal UCast.
In other news, a UHCL student was taken into custody Tuesday, March 10th, on suspicion of making threats to UHCL's library. The student's Twitter account caught the attention of the FBI because of words that the government flags for managing terrorist threats showed up on his website. The FBI then notified UHCS systems of the possible threat. The student was released March 11th on bond and has been banned from campus until meeting with the Dean of Students, the Chief of Police, and other staff members.
Reporter Haley Shaw reviews the efforts of Hurricane Ike 6 months later. Haley took to the streets to speak to community leaders to see how local areas have been recuperating since the hurricane. Most cities are doing well, but to find out what local residents and officials from League City, Kemah, and Tiki Island said about the rebuilding efforts and the status of many of your local hangout spots, pick up a copy of The Signal. Speaking of good news, reporter William Humber says there's some exciting news brewing for veterans that are coming home from serving their country. The GI Bill is being updated. That's great news. What changes are taking place?
Well, in addition to covering veterans' educational expenses, such as books and living expenses, the bill now allows the veteran to pass unused benefits to their spouses and children.
I imagine that will help them a lot, especially with the rising cost of higher education. Are these the only changes?
There's also one more change. There is a new program called STARS, which will help translate military experience into college hours.
Wow, with all the experience the soldiers obtain in boot camp and while on active duty, they should have quite a few hours to rack up. Moving along this week, reporter Dustin Cook investigates the phenomenon of hand gestures.
I think this is a very interesting piece because Dustin is bringing his own hands-on experience to the story, since he uses sign language on a daily basis. I, too, use my hands a lot when I talk.
Yes, Dustin points out that using hand gestures can definitely help convey helpful information like saying goodbye, but it can also show people you're angry.
You know, I hadn't even thought about those.
Not to worry, Dustin has that information covered too.
This issue's faculty profile focuses on adjunct professor and University of Houston Clear Lake alum Edward Altimus.
Oh, I had him before.
Altimus served as a full-time faculty member for 8 years before he moved on to teaching managerial accounting courses at night.
To find out more interesting facts about Altimus, read the latest issue of The Signal.
Well, our newscast has finally come to an end, but before we go, we wanted to congratulate Kim Case for being chosen by the University of Houston Clear Lake as their choice for the 2009 Piper Award.
That's right, Haley. This prestigious award is given not only to 10 educators from Texas colleges and universities and honors them for their outstanding dedication and teaching methods.
You can find out more about this story and others by picking up the latest issue of The Signal. For The Signal UCast, I'm Haley Shaw.
And I'm Nancy Wynn. Until next time, take care, everyone.